And here we are. Roll up, everybody. Gather, come and join. One man went to mow. Backed by popular demands, the afternoon sessions. You guys requested it. I am doing it. So I fulfilled my part of the bargain. So I need your presence here to make that deal complete. One man went to mow is in session. The class has resumed. So where are the pupils? Not to call you guys pupils but you know the metaphor that I'm running with. One man went to mow, the eagle has landed. So now gather, come and join. Let's kick the session off. So now an open microphone session, as I often say in the introductory bit, the open microphone is the hyperlink that says StreamYard on your screen. So if you click on that hyperlink, then you come join me live on screen to discuss the topics that are going to be presented. So some topics have been listed, but some topics have not. So we are going through a whole gamut of our discussion points. So kick back, sit back, and spend the next short while, or hopefully not too long a while, with me, because we try to make the afternoon sessions shorter. One man went to mow, the eagle has landed. Gather, come and join, and let the session begin. One man went to mow, the eagle has landed.
Water, only water. Water, only water. Where they see ma. Water, 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 water. Water, only water. Where they see ma. Hapa oh night.
I swear, obvious people are after me. Anytime I come on stream, this gremlin usually just kicks me off almost immediately. Hopefully, second time lucky, one man went to mow, the eagle has landed.
Water, only water. Water, only water. Where they see ma. Water, 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 water. Water, only water. Where they see ma. Hapa oh night oh. Hapa oh night oh. Hapa you don't come oh. Hapa oh night oh. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rè o. Bobby Master kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rè o. Chief Wike kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù rè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòde ojàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́ọ̀dù o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petrosoname ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petrosodunke ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dilé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ̀. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbéṣe o.
And there we are. Iku koniriwa gbeshe igbalatele. So the care guides, Iku koniriwa gbeshe, an almighty prayer. Iku koniriwa gbeshe, as guys I bring you this. 2023 Jonathan should remain in PDP to win, says DK. So, Jonathan suddenly the beautiful bride of the ball, the belle of the ball in the 2023 upcoming elections. So his name now continuing to reverberate around that space. Will he, won't he, is the question that people are asking about Goodluck Jonathan. So will he, won't he, one, run at all? And will he, won't he, two, cross over to the APC? So a lot of mysteries are shrouded around the former president. Again, 2023, Jonathan should remain in PDP, says to win, says Wike. So says Wike. So will he, won't he, the question on Jonathan, but if he does decide to cross over to APC, he would find in there formidable rather oppositions awaiting him. Tinubu speaks from London, dispels health uh, issues. So this is Tinubu now announcing I am back to the political space in Nigeria. So Tinubu makes the announcement. So we find out exactly then how that comes into the calculations regarding Goodluck Jonathan. So plenty of visitations to Tinubu in London. There was one other story that I was going to bring you on that front, but it's just more pictures than any actual real narrative. So I may well just abandon that. That was intended to come as a bonus story, but I'm just flicking through it, as I said, not much of a caption, but really essentially just pictures. But what pictures are showing are pictures of APC stalwarts from the north going to London now to pay homage to Tinubu. So that picture actually shows Tinubu with these people, and a video clip that I published just earlier, which I'm going to play to you. Actually, let me see if I can play you the video now so that you can get more sense of what I'm saying. So I'm just not talking in abstract. So if I can find that video still, I'll just pop it up for you to see, just to give you a feel now of what is going on. So hopefully it loads up. People like you. Okay, so here it is. So let me just give you just an intro before I play the video. So this is Tinubu in London, just over the last couple of days or so, with a retinue of northern politicians going there to pay homage. And this is essentially Tinubu announcing to the political space, I'm back. And people like you. I am what?
Alhamdulillah.
Just the official that is Muslim. You represent so many things. And today you need. So there you are. There you saw and heard the man in his own voice announcing to the political space that he is back. So how that quite plays out in the politicking of Nigeria, we'll find out in due course. Because as I previously said, it is just health reasons that stands as the biggest obstacle to a Tinubu presidency. So if he is now announcing that he's had the sign off from his doctors, they will then play him back then into the political landscape as a factor to contend with, because of course you cannot absolutely like or loathe him. You cannot absolutely categorically dismiss out of hand Tinubu's potency in the Nigerian political landscape. There's just no way that he can be disregarded. So there you saw the man then playing himself back into the space to announce essentially via that visitation from the northern political elite that is essentially back now in play in the on the political scene. So does this now send shivers down the spine of people like ATIKU, Yemsin, Wike, etc., all the actors in play? Does this now send a shiver down their spine? Is essentially the question. So we'll find that out in due course, but essentially Tinubu announces his I don't quite want to use the word resurrection. So should we then use the word renaissance? Is that a more appropriate language? But whatever language we are using, essentially Tinubu now back in play. But how healthy does it look is the real thing. Because that video was just a short little 25-second thing. That gave us a soup song, but it didn't give us a full feel. That wasn't a full diet of an announcement. That was just a starter. But then, of course, people would need a lot more convincing just to be of the thought that Tinubu really is in play. So Tinubu, though, back in play. I'm talking and talking, trying to look for the next story, but I seem to have to just cut it off in some way. So we leave that, but I'll bring you this instead. This is Joe Igbokwe speaking. So whenever Joe Igbokwe does speak, then you know that he's just going to talk to the annoyance of the Eastern Quarters. That has not changed. Anybody or group that has been involved in killings in Igbo land in the name of Biafra will never know peace. Joe Igbokwe again trying to provoke the Eastern Quarters. So Wike will round off with. Wike calls for national dialogue to rework Nigeria. So let's just get into the throes of it then, since I cannot seem to. There was a particular story that I advertised, but as ever, I've clicked on the story and then, of course, I seem to have clicked it off my screen. Let me just see if I can find it. If you bear with me 1 second. That's 5 and still at home. Let me see if I can find it, because it just jars me somewhat if I advertise something and I cannot. Bear with me just a second. Son Linda. Oh, okay. I think I have found it. So this is the last storyline. This is a Ghanaian pastor speaking to the space. He says, "You are a failure if at 35 you are still living with your parents." So quite a controversial statement to be made by this pastor. But does that really do ring true in this day and age that we live in? Because of course we know the circumstances of living home and living by yourself. So does the time and space that we live in now facilitate for that? So we discussed that controversial topic too. So let's just dive straight into it then, and we kick off with the Jonathan space. 2023, Jonathan should remain in PDP to win, says Wike. Yemsin Wike, the River State governor, says should former President Goodluck Jonathan decide to run for president in 2023, his interest would best be served by remaining in the People's Democratic Party. If you want to run for president, run under PDP. Nigerians cherish you more than this government. They have seen that all the things the Buhari government promised them are lies. So please don't join the APC for the sake of your reputation, Mr. Wike admonished as he warned Mr. Jonathan against joining the ruling party or Progressive Congress. He said such a move would destroy the reputation of the former president. I respect the former president because he's a man of integrity, but if I want to advise him, I will tell him, sir, don't make that mistake, Mr. Wike said in an interview with BBC Pidgin on Friday. I will tell him what I heard. I will tell him, don't go anywhere because these people want to destroy your reputation. They don't like you, you should know. Mr. Wike accused the APC of poaching reputable People's Democratic Party members only to destroy them. What APC is doing now is to bring reputable people from PDP, and when they bring them, they destroy them so that they won't have anywhere to go again. So you can use that. You can use Femi Fani-Kayode as an example of just what Yemsin Wike is saying, but what you might query is if Femi Fani-Kayode falls under the category of a reputable person. So that's a question mark. So we take that again. What APC is doing now is to bring reputable people from PDP, and when they bring them, they destroy them so that they won't have anywhere to go again. That is what the APC is doing, Mr. Wike said. The PDP has witnessed defection of some of its high-profile members to APC as the 2023 electioneering season approaches. Cross Rivers Governor Ben Ayade, Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi, and former Aviation Minister Femi Fani-Kayode have defected to the APC in recent times. Mr. Jonathan has kept a studied silence even as rumors of his defection to APC continue to spread like wildfire. So, Jonathan rumored to defect to APC, but does this next headline give him pause for caution? So does this give him pause for caution? As guys, I bring you this. Tinubu speaks from London, dispels health issues. So the video spoke more than the narration, but let me give you the caption of it anyway. Former governor of Lagos State and national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, has dispelled rumors of ill health in a recent video. The APC leader in the past few months has received political office holders and prominent individuals in London, United Kingdom. Tinubu has been away from the country for some months due to alleged ill health, an allegation he dispelled. The former governor in a video stated he is in good health but undergoing physiotherapy. Tinubu, whilst addressing some members of the House of Representatives who paid him a courtesy visit in London, said, "I am well. It is just the physio that is gruesome." There have been speculations that Tinubu might contest for the forthcoming general election in 2023 under the ruling party. The APC leader is expected back in the country soon, ahead of the 2023 presidential election. Tinubu has received the support of some politicians in the country to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari when his tenure ends in 2023. So there you heard it, but more importantly, there you saw it in his own words with the man a physical presence. So that speaks more than anything else that I could have read out to you. So Tinubu is back, essentially what that lands on. So what this lands on, of course, is trouble that portends for this guy, because this guy now completely declared persona non grata within the Eastern Quarters. Anybody or group that has been involved in killings in Igbo land in the name of Biafra will never know peace. Joe Igbokwe, again, a guy that is notorious for talking himself into trouble. Joe Igbokwe, a special advisor for drainage and water resources to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has decried the killings recently witnessed in the southeast region of the country. In a Facebook post he shared, he stated that anybody or group that has been involved in killings in Igbo land in the name of Biafra will never know peace alongside his family till the end of age. He wrote, anybody or group of persons who have been involved in killing anybody in Igbo land in the name of Biafra will never know peace with his entire family till the end of age. Amen. So Joe Igbokwe again talks himself into trouble, as is often his wont to. So we go to this next headline next, and we revisit Yemsin Wike again, and then we'll round it off with the controversial pastor. Wike calls for national dialogue to rework Nigeria's structure. Rivers State Governor Yemson Wike has proposed a national dialogue to address the many contentions in the polity. An Independence Day statement signed by his spokesman, Kelvin Ibiri, on Friday quoted the governor as saying, "There isn't anything worthy of celebration in the 61 years of nationhood except the struggle to survive and remain a united entity." Mr. Wike demanded the requisite courage and commitment from leaders and every Nigerian to search and secure solutions to the challenges confronting the country. He recalled that the path to the country's independence was charted by patriotic, knowledgeable, and compassionate leaders. The River State Governor said just as at independence, Nigeria still possessed hardworking and resourceful people that should be harnessed for the country's greatness. According to him, our youths are some of the smartest people in the world, making great exploits, flying our flag, and making us proud across the world in music, dance, acting, culture, art, sports, and academics. In sitting down to rework Nigeria, Mr. Wike insisted the country must be based on justice and equity. He also called for the defense of basic structures of democracy and good governance by Nigerians by rising up to protect the right to free, fair, and credible elections. Mr. Wike said this could be achieved by demanding for immediate incorporation of electronic voting and simultaneous transmission of results into the nation's electoral system. According to him, the nation's electoral management body has repeatedly said it has both the capacity, commitment, and infrastructure to effect if only the National Assembly would allow. He urged the National Assembly to yield to the overwhelming demand by Nigerians for electronic transmission of election results. According to him, it is not a matter of politics or sentiment, but a matter of the survival of the country, which is superior to all other considerations. In the past few weeks, Nigeria has witnessed a widening ideological gap between the North and the South. Since their meeting in Asaba in May, governors from Nigeria's southern region have been making demands in favor of restructuring the country, devolution of power, and power shift. Much of their resolution have been met with stiff opposition from northern leaders who feel the agitations jeopardize northern interest. So the agitation for a free, equitable, and balanced country jeopardizes northern interest. So there you heard it from the horse's mouth. So now to the controversial pastor. You are a failure if at 35 you are still living with your parents. Controversial Ghanaian prophet Nigel Gaisei. So Nigel Gaisei, a popular and controversial Ghanaian pastor prophet Nigel Gaisei, has listed 10 things which, according to him, makes one a failure, including living with parents at 35. The founder and leader of Prophetic Hill Chapel International further opined that anyone that keeps multiple sexual partners is a failure. So read his post below. So here is the list of 10 by the Kwesi from the Ghana people. So here is the list of 12 from Ghana people of failure. It says you are a failure, no argument. If you disagree, just make your point. We are here to inspire each other. So this is the list of 10. And at the top of that, number 1, you are a failure if at 35 you are still staying with your parents or in a family compound. So that's number 1. You are a failure if you are waiting for a government before you can start something with your life. So that's number 2. You are a failure if you think about waiting to be fed by others, regardless of your circumstances, you can still start something. So that's number 3. Number 4, you are a failure if you keep repeating mistakes in the name of human weakness. You are a failure if at 25 you still keep. You are a failure. So let's just we'll go for a yes or no on this one. That's probably how we'll do it if we have anybody in the room that wants to so that's how we do it anyway. It says you are a failure if at 25 you still keep multiple sexual partners and fancy certain party hangout merry. So whatever that means, that must be Ghanaian speak. At number 6, you are a colossal failure if you are a colossal failure if you still believe life begins at 40. Check the world around you. Youngsters are taking over. You are a failure if at 40 certain family relations don't reach out to help you. Number 8, you are a failure if you are still following the pattern of your parents that led to their destruction. So that should be destruction, I should imagine. Number 9, you are a failure if you don't think well about people, speak well about people. And finally, number 10, you are a failure as a parent if your children are not greater than you or perhaps almost the same scale. Don't miss restoration night vigil, etc. So there you are, the list of 10 from the Accra man. So the list of 10 from the Accra man. Ovie, we see you. Ajanle Koko, we see you. And Charlie Boy, we see you. So let me see. Okay, okay. So to you first, then Charles. Charles, are you there?
Yes.
Good to have you. So let me take you then through the. I'm not even sure if you are age appropriate. You are only 19 and whatever. But let me take you through the pastors list anyway. Maybe not. Let me not take you through the pastors list because that'll be unfair for me to ask you that. Let me instead take you to Yemson Wike, who is pleading with Goodluck Jonathan to remain with the PDP because crossing over to the APC would spell his destruction. So your thoughts on the people courting the former president of Nigeria, Charles?
Yeah. I think, but here's the problem, right? Because Jonathan, he lost a lot of election. He was president. He did nothing. He did nothing. He was president. So Goodluck Jonathan is probably not a good guy for the PDP, in my opinion. But he did nothing. He was president. So he's not a good guy. Just pick somebody who could do the work. That's not pick Goodluck Jonathan because he did nothing. He was president. So just pick another person. That's my opinion.
Yes, but you say the thing, Charles, is if PDP are going to zone the presidency to the south, then Jonathan really is the biggest name from the south that they have because he's a known quantity and he's been president before to some relative level of success. And outside of Jonathan, there's really nobody left in the PDP of a southern extraction that carries any weight. So this is really why they are courting him because Nigerians still love the guy.
Yeah, they could call him, but can he win? Since the last president, he did nothing. I hope he does something now. If they pick him, he must show that he's from the south. He said that look at Bastard State. The water is too bad. He's from there, but he did nothing to build the water there. And see, that's what people about to say. The problem. Why are you putting this guy again? He did nothing to help us, even though he's from the south. That's the problem with the south. That's the problem with the south people. When you pick the people for them, they do nothing. They do nothing for the people. They elect you to save the people, do nothing. That's the problem with the people from the south. They could become president. They do nothing because nothing to control them somehow.
All right. Let me take it. Did you see that clip of Tinubu that I played when he's showing off that he's now back in relatively decent health? Did you see that clip?
Yeah, I think Tinubu should not be president. I think Nigeria should stop electing very old people to be president who eventually get sick. It's not worth it. select people who are not
What
very
what
old,
cutoff age would you have for the president of Nigeria?
like 50 or 60. That's a good age.
But you had a 70-something year. I mean, your last two presidents, they were well into their 70, Donald Trump and Joe
And
Biden. That your president now is almost, I say almost senile. He is senile, is he not? Falling asleep all the time. Can't remember anything,
yeah,
your president.
y- yeah, I know, but his difference
How old
American
is
is
Biden?
American.
How
They have
old
good
is Joe
health care.
Biden? No,
American,
how
they have good.
old? They have
Yeah,
good health care. So
no,
you have an 80-year-old president. Is
yeah,
he 80? How
my
old is
opinion,
he, Joe Biden?
70. My opinion, any president around the world should be like 60 or 50,
Okay.
not 70. That's too old.
Yeah.
My opinion.
But I agree, especially in a country like Nigeria, we need somebody with energy. So you dismiss Goodluck Jonathan and you dismiss Tinubu. What about Joe Igbokwe then? That is essentially saying that anybody carrying out killings in Igbo land in the name of Biafra would never know peace both on this earth and the life after. So a plague on them for generations to come, essentially, Joe Igbokwe.
Yeah,
So your thoughts?
yeah. But I think they shouldn't be an IPOP. Maybe the online game might be for any terrorists who's doing this. Maybe people had this plan. Who knows?
Oh, all right.
And might be the politician doing it. You know, every time election politicians like to do that just to take away another politician. Do that in Nigeria, people just have to kill you. Maybe I think Governor Obama is behind this. He knows his people. He knows who's doing it. Governor Obama. I remember one guy was blaming the governor. You know these people killing the people, and you know the people killing. Why don't say their name? You know who they are, but he's not saying it.
Okay. Why do you say that? Okay, so
It might be
Joe
some guy.
Biden is 78, according to Kachi. So yes. So your president is an 80-year-old man virtually, and you are saying that we cannot have the same in Nigeria. What are you talking about?
I think in America too that Joe Biden's too old to be president, in my opinion.
There you go. Jameson
But one
Wike.
application.
Go on.
What do you think? You think ongoing? Who do you think ongoing men are? Who do you think they are? In my opinion, the
Well,
governors
I
know who
think
they
they
are,
are
but they don't want to say
ESN.
it.
I think they are ESN. This is what I think.
No, yeah,
Do
the
you not
ESN.
think? Do you not think they are ESN?
No,
Be
the
honest,
ESN.
Charles.
The ESN. The governor will say it. The governors know who they are, but they don't want to say it. That's what I don't
Right.
get. Why the governors don't say who they are?
Okay, you are
Maybe they're
probably
scared.
right. Yeah, if it was ESN, they would make it a point to say it. But
Yeah,
I'm not sure then. But my suspicion is that my first instinct is that they are ESN. But you've now changed my mind with your logic now that if it is ESN, then the government will make great play to make a song and dance about it.
yeah,
Yeah, unknown still then, just as the name says, it does exactly what it says on the tin. Let me take you to the next headline, Charles. Wike calls for national dialogue to rework Nigeria's structure. So that is a fancy way then of saying restructuring essentially. So essentially the country
yeah.
not fit for purpose. Two options now emerging as the only possibilities. They either balkanize the country and as everybody goes their own way, or completely recalibrate the country in terms of restructuring. So, Wike speaks. What says you, Charles?
Yes, we get something. So he's fine. Here's the problem. The North doesn't want restructuring. That's the issue. The North doesn't want restructuring.
Especially with all this gas now that they've discovered in the Niger Delta, they're never going to let go. So Charles, finally, let me take you to that controversial pastor from Ghana. But let me ask the question in this way: at what age, Charles, do you think somebody should have succeeded in life, and what is your criteria of that success in life? So, how do you define success in life, and at what age do you think somebody should have attained that metric that you are going to define? Yeah.
Yes. So I think Wiki
No,
is
that wasn't weak. Okay, go on.
I think Wiki is fine in restructuring because he wants to try, but the North doesn't want to restructure. He's having to not come on, instruction. The South was saying, but the North doesn't want it. Because the North was scared the instruction, it might affect them bad. That's why they're scared.
All right. Thank you, Charles. Okay, so put yourself on mute, Charles, as I go on to Ajanle Koko. So Ajanle Koko, are you there?
I'm leaving.
All right. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. So now to the starting point, Jonathan should remain in PDP to win, Wike says. So clearly now, Jonathan has still not spoken, but certainly there are considerations now that is going to run. He's not dispelling the rumor, but where is he going to run, on which platform is the thing. PDP, of course, made him all he is and gave him all he has. But then, of course, there's no loyalty in politics. So Wike pleads now for Jonathan to remain. But what are you making of that Jonathan narrative, Ajanle Koko?
You see, President Jonathan, this speculation about him is getting popular now that he wants to cross to APC. But President Jonathan, as a person in a position of elderly statesman, I will expect him to use his wisdom and do what is right. And what is right is for him to remain in PDP and join hands together with other leaders in the party to rebuild the party, to bring the party out of the present problem they are going through. Because in life, there's always up and down. So we have in various organizations, sometimes we perform well, sometimes they will perform below expectation. So if PDP is performing below expectation now, because they are not in the center stage of power, it doesn't mean that they cannot come back tomorrow to win the presidency. So for Jonathan to, having that, for him to go to, to switch to APC, the only thing that will do to him is that will destroy his political image. That will.
Are you saying he will lose credibility?
Oh yes. Its credibility will be destroyed, and if things does not go well with him over there, where will he go back? Will he want to run back to PDP?
With Tinubu announcing his return now, can Jonathan even handle the rougher fight? That is almost certain time, because Tinubu is not going to just say, okay, take it now. Is he ready for what Tinubu is going to throw at him?
Look, like I was saying, Jonathan have to use his wisdom. It's, it's only if Jonathan is a very greedy man that will be thinking of going back to that seat. Because what is it that he want to go and do now? What is it?
After 6 years.
Yeah, after 6 years. What is it that he has not done before at that seat that he want to go back to do? Is it now that he will be able to do better when everything has been run down? When he was there, what is it that he didn't do that he think
just to play devil's advocate for a moment, Ajanle Koko, Jonathan left a lot of unfinished business in that in that office. you know. And if he goes in there, if he goes in wiser now from what he has learned from what happened to him, he should immediately start from where he stopped. Push that conference that he commissioned through the white paper of it, push it through and completely restructure the country in a way that when even if this will come back, it will have no meaning. He can do that. He can force through that 6-year term that he recommended. He can do that, and he can, because he was trying to create institutions to make corruption difficult. The single treasury account, etc. So there's a lot of unfinished business that he started and he can finish. So if he goes in for those 4 years, and if you're talking about nation building, I think Jonathan has built, because even Fashola said Jonathan had built the most road in Nigeria's history when he came in as Minister of Works. So he can finish a lot of unfinished business and make sure that, because if Jonathan comes in, that marks the end of Tinubu, ATIKU, Buhari is in his 80s, Obasanjo. By the time Jonathan comes out of office, God grant these people life, but if they are not already gone, they'll be too senile to be of any potency. So, I can see an argument for a Goodluck Jonathan presidency, but you cannot, I'm assuming.
Let me tell you, a political party that is already structured, they have put everything in place. People are jostling, people that want to contest for, what do you call it? People that want to contest for the position of president in that party are already, going from one place to the other already. They have already put in their structure for over the years, for the 6 years they've been in power. So they already put their structure in place. They already have everything. So which structure is going to put President Jonathan into that position just easy like that? It's not going to be easy. They're not going to, they just want to, if he cross, like you said, like I said earlier, he just going there to destroy his credibility. They're not going to give him the presidency. They just want to use him as a face cover to show to the world that if the former president from the opposition party can cross to us, to our party, that's to tell you that PDP is not the party that Nigerians should vote for. They want to make a case that they are the most reliable party. They are the one that can govern Nigeria well. That is why you see their leaders trooping. There's several of their governors have moved in here. Even the former president have moved in here. And that is just what they want to showcase. But to say we get the president going there, that is not going to have it, because the person like Tinubu that already have the structure in place, he has invested so much money in there. They have already done everything in there. I mean, there's a serious crack in that party. A lot of people in that party will not mind to go and pick up tickets in PDP so that they can fight back against OPC imposition. They call it imposition, that you can't just bring somebody and come and impose him on all that's already invested. So it's not going to be possible. So,
and to be fair, Ajanle Koko, the loyalty to Tinubu in PDP, in APC rather, it somewhat surprises me, because I've been monitoring his stay in London, and the going in and out of his door are just from Buhari all the way through. They are just trooping in. The only people that have not been yet are the Easterners. So just what I have just posted in the comment section now, a retinue of all of the relevant faces and names in northern politics. If you free, it's more a photo montage than anything else. So the North have been there to pay homage. Buhari has been there to pay homage. Certainly, all the Yorubas, even Akeredolu called him their capo. So, just like 2014, London, Nigeria's destiny is being determined as we are speaking. We're talking about election, but the voting is already taking place, and Tinubu are ahead by a distance.
You see, those people you are seeing going to London, the north from the west, are people that Tinubu have invested in. Those are the structure that was put in place across the federation that are ready to, the moment it declare its intention that is ready, those are the machinery that we kickstart the campaign. They're already on the ground. So for Jonathan to move in and think that they will just impose him.
Like I said, is he ready for the rough fight?
Yeah. So that's why I say, except this is a very greedy man, I don't know what else he want to go and do that he has not done before. He has built school for them in the north that they did not put into use. He has built some road, just like you said. He built the railway that they are campaigning around now, that they are the one that built. He almost completed. It was about 90-something%, almost completed. So he has done the very best he could do. There's nothing that he wants to go and do that is special now. The only thing that what Jonathan should tell them, if they are putting pressure on him to come to APC, is that they should go and implement the Constituent Assembly report that he gave to them. That is the solution to Nigeria.
But rather than tell them go and implement it, if he's able to go in and implement it himself, then why not?
It's not going to be possible for him to get the ticket. Anybody that want to impose, and know the way politicians act. Politicians think about their interests. They believe their interests are at stake already. Those that in APC have been spending their money. They have been, doing everything that they could, to make way for them for this position of presidency. But for somebody to come from outside and be imposed on them, they will move to another party where they know that, yes, they could secure their ticket, or where their ambition can be, political ambition can be achieved. It's all about ambition. It's just about it's about what you invest on, and you want to reap return from your investment. You're not going to invest for somebody, and when it's time for you to get your return, somebody will come and take it. It doesn't happen like that in politics. They will overwhelmingly move out. I'm telling you, one man. So it's not going to be possible. It should just, step back and concentrate on the PDP. PDP invested on him. PDP make him what he is politically today. People that invested on PDP, heavily invested on PDP, like a number one investor is Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar, who has greatly invested more than any other person in that party, did not even become the president. So God make it possible for him from nowhere, with nothing, nothing. He invested nothing into the party, and he made it to the position of president. What else does he want? What else does he want? But if he's greedy, he can go ahead and join them. And I want to guarantee you, one man, he will live to regret it. Wike, his brother, is giving him a public warning. What Wike said is a warning to him. It's like he's begging him, my brother, don't go there. There's trouble there for you. Because
there's fire on the mountain.
Yeah, that's right. Wike is describing the problem between PDP and APC as a problem of malaria, what is it called? Malaria fever and cancer.
And cancer, yes.
He said, why will he live? Why will he live where there is malaria fever that has cure to it, and go to cancer where there is no cure? And say, so Wike has done well for coming on stage publicly and said it boldly. Jonathan, Oga, please don't go. These people want to use you and dump you. Please don't go. So,
just Ajanle Koko, in the political calculations, there is merit to this thing that you are presenting, and Wike is saying as well. We saw it with Fani Kayode. I think it was Black League that actually came here. That they didn't buy Fani Kayode essentially to use him as a tool in the APC. If they can use him, they will use him. But they bought him just to silence him because he's an annoying voice and he has articulation. So they bought him to silence him. So if they are able to get Jonathan from the PDP, they'll promise him the presidency, etc. But they are not going to give him that ticket, as you are alluding to. I can see that. They are not going to give him that ticket, but if they take Goodluck Jonathan out of PDP, that especially with PDP now looking to zone the presidency to the south, if they take Goodluck Jonathan out, that essentially ends PDP's chances because he's the only heavyweight of a southern extraction in that party. He's the only heavyweight really that has a presidential feel. So what do you say to that? Yeah,
I don't believe that Jonathan is the only heavyweight
from the south in the PDP.
It's not only. Let me tell you, Jonathan in that party does not have structure.
He has name recognition and is loved across the country. They love him in the north. They love him in the south.
Well, it's when he come out to contest for election that they will know whether they love him or they don't love him. Jonathan does not have structure. Even in the south there, I bet you if he contests with Wike, Wike will defeat him landslide. Wike have more base in the south.
No, Wike would defeat him south.
Yeah,
but
if he cannot,
Wike will probably defeat him 70-30 in the south.
Yes,
but nationally, Jonathan would defeat Wike 70-30.
What I'm telling you is that if he cannot win his home convincingly, how would he win the national stage? Look, it was because it was the PDP structure that helped Jonathan to look as if it's popular. If you take PDP structure out of the place, Jonathan is nobody politically.
Yeah, but that applies to everybody. Jonathan, look, the structure is the structure. The structure.
What I'm trying to tell you,
Goodluck Jonathan is no different from Trump, who had name recognition but did not have a structure.
What I'm telling you is that even in the PDP structure, in the PDP structure, Jonathan have that name, but he does not have that
base
that can work for him across the country in that PDP structure.
Can I interject one more?
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't believe Jonathan, Wike can defeat Jonathan, even in the South that we are mentioning.
You don't think so? You don't think he's more popular than Jonathan in the South?
He has not reached. He has not reached. If you're telling me in River State, obviously, but I'm telling you in the South, Wike has not reached even 50% of the kind of force or the kind of command that Jonathan has. And that's the truth. And if for party wise, what was the name? APC, if they want to really present themselves in a very strong way and probably kind of redeem their image a little bit, not so much, because then definitely they'll want to go with
with Jonathan, if Jonathan will agree. So that's why you see them fighting, doing everything possible for them to have Jonathan. Wike is strong, but he has not. This is what is on ground. Wike is strong, but he has not reached. He has not reached the level of Jonathan in the South. When you're talking about places like Delta, across the entire South, Edo, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, even in the Southeast. That's another thing you need to understand, that as much as Wike might be related to the Southeast or whatever, Jonathan is far, far, far much popular than Wike in the Southeast. So there's no way, I don't
Yeah,
see
no,
any.
in the southeast, yes. That is why I said that in the south, Wike almost, in my
No,
opinion, I can't say certainly, will take Jonathan down
okay.
70-30,
To
but
be honest,
nationally, Jonathan will take him down 70-30.
Wike has not covered even 50% of what Jonathan covers in the South.
Oh,
That's the
oh,
truth.
all right.
You can even ask Ovie.
All right. We will ask of you, but thank you. Ajanle Koko, let me move you on to the next talking point just for reasons of time, unless you want to round off your thoughts on that one, Ajanle Koko.
Well, I will agree with CBD that in the southeast it's not Wike because of the way he has treated the Igbo in the river area. I mean, IPOB. So it might not have that strong support in the southeast. But you see, the political game changes every day. It changes. So the Jonathan of yesterday in that party, when he was in power, is different from Jonathan of today outside power in that party. So you could look at it that way, that, oh, it's popular in the South, it's this thing. Look, when the contention starts and you see a strong campaign against who is who, then we will know what is going to happen. When you are out of power, it's a different ball game. When you are in power, you can use the machinery of government, to do whatever you want to do. But when you're outside power, you're like an individual like every other person. It's a different. It's going to be a different ball game. So, but don't let us go much on that. So,
all right,
yeah.
Ajanle Koko. Sorry. Let me move on because we try to condense the afternoon sessions. But still within that realms of APC, etc. Tinubu announces his comeback. Tinubu the return. He comes out now in just a little few seconds video clip announcing that he's in physiotherapy, but his health is recovering. So Tinubu placed himself back into the space, and the retinue of people going on a pilgrimage to London to go and pay homage to this fella, his potency is still very much there. Ajanle Koko.
Yeah, like I said, Tinubu is a very strong force in APC. He have people across the country in that APC that is sponsored to position of power today. He has them across the nation that is sponsored. Over the time, he has been sponsoring them. Some are out of power now. Some are still in power. So he have that base, that structure across the country. And that is why you see everybody trooping to that place in London to pay a visit to him. That structure he has on the ground, like I said earlier, are ready. They're just waiting for him to declare his ambition. And you will see a strong fire campaign from one part of the country to the other.
Okay. And
so it's and those structure will not. Yeah.
No, carry on. Yeah.
What are you trying to
carry
say?
on. Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
And those structure will not give in that vision, that ambition for their structure to have the presidency, they're not going to give it in to nobody in that party or anybody coming from outside party. Buhari could bring Jonathan. I'm telling you, they will tear Jonathan down in that party. I know that the politicians, they don't, you see,
I don't think Jonathan is too much of a gentleman for Tinubu now. Tinubu will rip him apart. He will tear him up.
They will tear him apart in that party, and they will disgrace him and make mess of him. So Tinubu is a strong power in that party, and the Northerner, you can hear Jafar saying he know what is going on, saying that Tinubu is the man that they have their their support for in that party among others. So it's just they are just waiting for him to fully rehabilitated and come back and declare they are ready. They are ready for him.
All right, thank you. Ajaleko, just on a final lighter note, this rascally pastor from Ghana and his list of 10. So is this list, is it relevant? Is it pertinent contemporaneously that at the age of 35, if you have not left home, you are a failure? Is this something that chimes with the times that we live in?
You see, on in a normal situation, in a country or society where things work well, things runs well, I believe at the age of 25, when you have gone through all your educational life, by 25, I believe you will have graduated your first degree, if not even the second degree. So, person won't be.
So you just kick them out, eh? You are brutal, eh?
No, not to kick them out. They will have got a job and try to find, start their own life. At 25, look, in America here, at the age of 22, 23, a child has already finished his first degree. 22, 23, at most 23, if not 22, because by 18 years, they graduated high school. They go into college, and the first degree is 4 years. So immediately after finishing the first degree, job is guaranteed. You will get a job. So what next after you got a job? You want to go and live your life. Some people that studied maybe computer engineering or something like that. I have a friend of mine whose son just finished his computer engineering or something like that. As already before finishing, they already offering him job that they will pay him over $250,000 a year by Amazon. So at 25, in a normal society where things runs well, a child will have left the parent home. But if a child is still at the parent home at 35,
in Nigeria, does that hold?
Well, Nigeria is not a normal. It's a country where you see every abnormality. A country that it is all abnormality that runs there. So that is why you will see a child still living with the parent at the age of 35. So it's an abnormal society. It's abnormal
because in some homes in Nigeria, they will cut you a room or put you in boys' quarters, and then you marry there and everything.
Yeah, it's a country where abnormality is what you have there. So that is why you will see a child. Somebody at 35 still living with the parent. It wasn't like that before. It wasn't like that before, but it is what we have now because you have abnormality running that space. And it's so that man, I think, is speaking in respect of a society where things runs normal, and that speech is motivational too. I think it's telling the congregation, hey, you got to work hard in life. That is what it's telling them indirectly, if I want to interpret it. That work hard in life, and when you work hard, you'll be able to achieve, what your dream. By so age, you'll be able to achieve your dream. By so age, you'll be able to be at this level of life. So I think it's a motivational speech, directing at his congregation, to work hard and just doing the right thing, So.
All right, thank you, Ajanle Koko. In the UK, actually, by the age of 18, if you're not in college or anything and you're still at home, they make you pay rent. But so that's how
Americans does the same thing here too.
Yes.
If you want to go to college, you don't want to go to college, you have the option to go and look for a job. And the moment you secured employment somewhere, you are expected to be responsible. You have to start paying electricity, so you can't just be sitting down at home using electricity, running water, and you're just sitting for free. No, not America. We as Africans, we still feel, oh, okay, maybe it's my child is still doing this. Let me be considerate. Let me give him some chance. Some time to get himself together. Don't let me put too much pressure. But average American, the moment you are 18, you are not in college, and you're working, your parents, they force them, they make them to pay for electricity or share the rent or share the mortgage. If you are not ready to pay, they kick him out. Where you're working, you're making money. Go get your own apartment and live your life the way you want to live it. So that's the way it runs here. So.
All right. Thank you, Ajale Koko. Ovie, are you with us? Okay, I think we lost Ovie.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Good to have you, Ovie.
Where Ovie go? Ovie day, and then they celebrate. Now then they celebrate 61 independence. You see, Ovie don't wake up early.
I should have played you.
Celebrate 61 independence day.
I should have played you the national anthem, Ovie.
You people, wait, one man. You people should stop laughing because you've all been bought. I can remember months back here, all of you were singing Yoruba Nation, Biafra, and all that. Now it's Tinubu. Remove this your ethnic bigotry. I'm here to speak a voice. And once I start,
we are not singing.
Don't start with me today, you and Ajale Koko. In fact, I'm here for you. The two of you. Yoruba Nation.
I'm not supporting
Tinubu that brought Buhari. Look at Buhari today. I'm ashamed of all of you here. Look at the way you're talking.
Hold on, Bia. We are not singing Tinubu. This is what we are singing. Let me show Bia.
This Jonathan. Look at what Jonathan did.
No,
come
we
on.
are not singing Jonathan. This is what we are singing. Yeah, this is what we are singing.
National anthem. Mr. Albert Congo raises the flag of the new nation.
Nigeria,
I know now. I know you made congratulations, one man. You've been bought.
I hope you were standing at attention when I played that.
Anyone listening to one man's channel, just know that one man does not represent you. One man is for the government of Nigeria and Buhari, including Ovie. Including Ovie. All of them have been bought. You just come here and play propaganda today. Yoruba Nation, tomorrow is Biafra. Shame on all of you.
Are you doing this? You should be doing this, Bia. I'm waiting for you.
I won't do that. I won't do that. Stop laughing.
Arise,
compare my butt, man.
Hey, let me.
Today is Tinubu now. They are going to pay homage. Look at. Oh God, I'm ashamed of Nigeria.
Hold on, Bia. You see, I am not for Tinubu anytime. But what we are talking to is this: what is going on in the party. we are just talking to what is going on in that party now.
Yeah,
That
I understand.
Tinubu in that party have chance than any other person in that party.
Why do you think so? Because he's invested.
So
you think Nigerians will remember him?
No, you know, the people. She's just announcing her presence.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
have invested so much in that
party. Well, I speak for all the women that are not coming up here to air their views. I stand for them.
Bia is doing a day here.
I know Marco one Benko. When you go to Yoruba party, you don't do one and they come on. You've not arrived now.
And that is why I'm telling Jonathan, our brother, don't go to that party. You go to that party, they will destroy him.
They will swallow him. Yes, that's true.
They will swallow him, and they will mess him up completely. They will disgrace him. So it's not that we are supporting. No, me, I'm not for Tinubu. I know
it's not even about Tinubu. I'm ashamed that we are even going to the polls after what's going on in Nigeria. I don't know.
So we might as well deal with it. This is the reality of it.
We don't know what is going to happen 2022. There might not be election.
Vote, then what?
Yes, until something different diverts, then we have to follow what seems to be
all
the
of them are rotten. We still have all the old politicians, the people they've groomed. I don't know. You know, I said I'm fed up, but I think I have to come and speak up. You know, that's my own.
You can speak up, but you're not going to stop anything now. You really, the elections will take place, and Tinubu, Jonathan, whoever will be sworn in, and the people will take to the streets and do their usual Luther chanting. You know, that's
and Nigeria will continue to go down, more debt, and more future will be rocked. You know, there will be less, equality in Nigeria. People will be killed every day. What? You?
Savage it.
What are you talking about, Ovie? Which way you dey?
Come, why are you putting Sasa on our guy now? I promise you.
Which Sasa? You that have been paid, Ovie. After you represent Nigeria, you should have become one of the politicians. You come here and you're being double-edged sword.
I promise you, I will take you to space for our.
I don't want any position in Nigeria. I just want Nigeria to be better for the people, for the masses.
Ovie is asking you who is we. Yeah.
When you say we.
Who is we?
Yeah. Who is we?
Oh, it's CBD. You are a Biafra.
You and I.
This is not about Biafra now. I'm just saying Nigeria is not working.
It's not about
CBD. It's you and I now. We are we now. We now. We
are in CBD. If Nigeria is working, we don't need to fix it. We don't need to say we want to leave. It is because it's not working. That's why we need to fix it. Because people that we left them to fix it, of course, they are not doing their job. So are we going to just keep complaining?
Okay, we that want change and we the should we say the youth? I just hope the youth. So who do you think is that person that is representing the people that want to change Nigeria for the?
Why can't that person be you? Why can't that person be you?
Let me get the question.
Not understood my question.
What's the question?
Okay, go on.
My question is this. In the current political setup and the way we are saying, the way one man is saying that definitely the politics has to go on and all that. So in that political space right now, who is it there that you can just count on as being the voice of the people? That can maybe change anything for the better
and relatively young
right now.
It's CBD. It's CBD. There's nobody that is in there we can count on. That's why listen.
No,
that's why I'm asking. Wait, now let me finish. That's why I'm asking.
No, you want to do your thing.
That's why I'm asking CBD to come in so we can support you.
No, how about that? Forget on CBD.
No. There is nobody.
CBD will not make it from London.
Ovie, listen to what in CBD is saying, because what in CBD is saying is what I have been saying to you for a long time as well.
Yes, and
you are saying the young, the youth, the this, the that. Let's come together and or whatnot. But I've always said to you, and I think it chimes with what in CBD is saying, that we hear all this, but we've not seen any presence of any youth doing anything. You are saying now, no, we are working in the shadows. We are communicating how you don't understand and all this kind of escapism, blah, blah, blah. But as in CBD said, who is that youth? Which is exactly what I've been asking you for months. But then you go and hide in some obscure language.
No, one man. I am not here. You guys are not understanding me. I agree with what you are saying. There's nobody as a young person that right there and now we can support. One man, every day you consciously invite the Northerners to come and join your show, right? Is it that we don't have enough people on your show? No, we do. I am here president in Niger Delta. BID is representing the Igbos, just like that. But we still need more so that we can make the conversation robust and move forward. That's exactly how the political system.
Yeah, but when the Northerners come, Ajale Koko is giving them a beating now. This is the thing. Did you see how Ajale Koko was
not
giving
receiving beating in your platform, but we decided to stay.
I am making
it's not about receiving beating, but we stayed. We received beating, but we stayed because we want the best for people.
You see the reason why I asked that question.
CBD, you guys ask a question. I am not disagreeing with your question.
But I want you to understand my stand.
No,
let him
CBD.
expand. No, you are going to tell us what. Okay.
No.
On CBD, let's in CBD. Let's
totally
answer and then
agree with what your submission is. That there is no young person right now in there. But one man, you said something that whether we like it or not, the election will continue. It means life will continue. There's nobody there right now. Are we going to ask the same question in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? In order for us to
we can't. Hold on.
In order for me to answer that question, that yes, we have to join.
No, you are answering the wrong question. You are answering the wrong question because
what is your question then?
No, let's in CBD expand on this question. Let me add an addendum to it, and then you sweep it up, and then I'll take you to the talking point. So expand on what you're saying, then I'll add on to it. You address it briefly, and then we'll go back on stream.
Yeah. What my point is this: Ovie got the question right, but he has not understood what the point I'm trying to make. Now, the thing is this: if all these things is like this, my point is that I'm actually with Bia, but it's just that probably the way I asked people you don't understand. I'm not with you, one man. You are saying that I'm saying what you're saying. My point is this. We are this whole process of election and party, and this thing has taken us nowhere, So we need to look for because definitely, like what Ovie is saying, will get you come in. You come in where? In this political landscape, it doesn't matter how brilliant you are. Look at someone like Showore.
Wait.
Hold on, let him land, please.
Wait. It doesn't matter how brilliant. Even look at people like Mogalu, look at even Patutomi, look at all these brilliant minds that were much younger, even they are still young. All these people have not been able to crack that political, to become maybe a prominent voice in any of these political parties. What does that tell you? That you're just wasting your time as a young person, thinking that you will go in and you will now change the system. Who will let you? You're coming to their house and you want to rule them. Those political parties are basically their homes. They've seen it as their business enterprise. So we need to look for a totally different way to be able to save ourselves in that country. That's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. So that's why I understand Bia when she said that you don't need to. That's why we're even talking about going to the polls. Because
another Python dance, Abi.
One man. No. In CBD, 1 minute, please. One man. You have to separate your emotions from reality. When people come to, don't laugh because it's not fun. It's disrespectful. Now,
that was a metaphor, and I think
I'm trying to go to a point, and every time I come here, you swallow my voice, but you can't take that voice away from me. I have that right. So you have to create a diversified equality in your platform. Don't continue to shut people down. You don't have female voices here. The few ones you have here, now I'm trying to talk, you're speaking for me. Let me land. You don't even know where I'm heading. Everything, when people
I know where you are heading, but go there.
No, you know. How do you know? Okay, tell me.
You want to, because I said another Python dance, Abi, you thought I was being ethnic and poking at the East. But
what is the meaning of define Python dance? What is Python dance?
What I was saying was a metaphor for rinse and repeat. That what in CBD was saying is that the political
Don't
paradigm...
go away from the main point that you said that I'm trying to answer you.
You
the
want
main
to
reason
define
why
my
I
own words
voiced
for
that.
me.
Yeah.
All right.
What is the meaning of Python dance in Nigeria? What
No,
event
I was using it as
defined
a
Python dance?
metaphor. I was using it as a metaphor.
It's not a metaphor.
It's a play
Python
on
dance was
words.
when
It's a pun.
one man.
Too
Don't
early,
play games
man.
with
It's
me
too
because
early for back and forth.
you
Let's
can't
be
win.
continuing.
Don't play
right.
games. What is Python dance? Python dance was when the Nigerian government
we know
went
what
to stop
Python dance was.
some Biafrans, that said they want to leave. I'm not here now today to talk about Biafra. That's not why I joined this program. It's because I want to talk on the points, and my voice must be heard. That
it will be heard.
We have been
We're hearing it now.
Yes, you're here, and you're going to hear it even for a long time if I want. Yeah.
Yes.
Nigeria is not working. That's my point. No matter how we vote, if Tinubu has the best interest of the poor masses in Nigeria, I'm happy for him to be the president. I'm not against anyone that can actually carry the people along becoming the president, because we have so much divisions amongst the people living in Nigeria, so much poverty. Lives are being wasted every day. There is no hope. You've been to Nigeria, see how it is. Then we come here as if things are working well in a society where things are at least a bit
don't think
normal.
anybody has ever described Nigeria. Even Ovie that talks, he acknowledges that Nigeria.
Yeah, but the way we're talking today, to go and vote, this one will become. We're talking about Jonathan that had ruled, and then what happened? What did he achieve in his ruling? And he's going back again to do what? When he goes back now, what is he going to achieve?
We're talking about them. Those are the names that are out there.
Those names shouldn't be there. That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't go and vote.
Yeah, but they are there.
Let's not continue to empower these people.
So who should we talk about?
I don't mind if anyone who carries the people become the president of Nigeria. That's all I'm talking about.
Who should we talk about? Are you contesting? You are not contesting, so we can't talk about.
I'm not contesting, but we together we are powerful. If we decide we are not enough, is enough. The crowd say we are not voting any of you anymore.
You see, you are shooting yourself on the foot.
I'm not shooting myself on the foot.
You don't want to organize. You don't want to join the process. You want change. How?
Who told you I'm not joining the process? That's why I'm here. I am. I am not going to vote. So if they say people in abroad should vote in Nigeria, I won't
settle down, everyone. Ovie.
Don't keep coming here and talking as if Nigeria is normal. Nigeria is not normal.
Nigeria is not normal. We are trying to make it normal. But we have to talk about
guys, please don't make me have to start.
By voting Tinubu, yes.
Yes, okay. Just chill for a moment. Let Nsibidi just have a final word, and I'll just take you on just one topic, Ovie, because we are pushed for time, and then we'll, so please, guys, Ovie, Nsibidi, just have a final word, and then next I take Ovie back on topic. So have a final word in CBD just on that space.
Is it final word for the
no,
program or?
No, not for the program, but just for the discussion that just took place. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The final whatever I want to say is this. Ovie and anyone talking about Tinubu or Jonathan, the only reason I mentioned Jonathan was when people were, for that political discussion of comparing him with Wike in the south or southeast. But the truth of the matter is that we are talking about we need to get in according to Ovie and change the system. And so you want to get in and change the system with the same people that are largely responsible for the problem we are in the first place. So this is the thing that sometimes we don't realize. And
we see the inherent.
Ask question.
No, hold on, Ovie. Hold on, Ovie and Nsibidi. Nsibidi is making a valid point, and his point tallies with the point that Bia is making. There's an inherent contradiction in the conversation that is taking place. We are saying that we are gathering to effect change in Nigeria, but then the immediate future that we're discussing are the people that we want to escape from. So that is the real contradiction that is inherent in this whole thing. We are saying the country is not fit for purpose, it's been destroyed, and the people that we are saying are going to be in power in 2023 are the same people that destroyed the country. So that's the inherent contradiction. But inherent in that contradiction is also a reality. The reality as much as it repulses every pore of all of our beings, the reality as it stands now, anything can change in the future, and you may argue that that change will only come if we promote it. But the reality as it stands now is that out of just these few elements, we're going to have somebody else replace Buhari in that seat. So whether we talk about it or not, whether we chant or not, that is the reality of what is going to happen.
Let me just say this finally. The whole point I'm trying to make is I'm not just saying we shouldn't support these people without any other thing. Maybe we'll just stay and be looking, because whether we support them or not, if everything continues the way it is, and if we just stand by and be looking at them, they will still assume those office and they will still make our lives more miserable. So
what is the alternative of not standing by?
Yeah, the alternative.
Am I going to have my time at all?
Hold on, Ovie, because he's going in a direction. Yeah.
The problem is that Ovie doesn't want to understand. If you just can open your mind, you understand what we are trying to say.
You'll be saying the same
I think Ovie agrees with you.
You are saying the same thing for the past 10 minutes. The same thing. Nigeria is not working. The politicians are evil. That's what you've been saying, and I get it.
That's not what he's saying. That is not what he's saying. So go on, CBD. Yeah.
You asked me what alternative do I think. If you ask me what I believe or what I think we can do, is why don't we look for, like, for example, what the Ninas are doing? If you feel like the Yoruba agitators or the Biafra, whatever, if you feel like these people are too dangerous for you to join or whatever, why don't you join something that changes the entire system, where you can now have
but Ninas is just a talking shop now. It's just a talking shop.
It's not a talking shop.
It's a tea and biscuit setup.
I'm not part of Ninas. I'm not part of Ninas. I'm among. I believe in a more drastic approach, not necessarily violent.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that we must look for a way to change the entire system. Why are we in a hurry to look for who is the next political leader from the same bunch of people? So, for example, if Tinubu becomes the president, do you think that he has what it takes? If you want to ask yourself a sincere question, do you think he has what it takes to stop the let's say the terrorist headsman that is roaming all over?
I think he does.
How? When, for example, if he becomes the president, does it mean that the link he has with someone like Buhari and all those people, has that link been broken? Is it not
that link? The link was there when Buhari took power and he was savaging Yoruba land. So that link. So what? Just in answer to your question, that will Tinubu provide solutions? I think he will. And I think he will seek international mercenary expertise to flush out these people.
You believe he's ready to go against, for example, a senior colleague in the party?
Who's a senior colleague?
Of course, Buhari is older than him.
Buhari. Forget Buhari, man.
But do you think he will go against his party? He will
not go against the party, but he will want to secure the country and leave a legacy. Tinubu will finish that Boko Haram space and banditry space if he comes in. That is my own thought. Thank you. Let me go to Ovie.
Especially when we are all saying that if he comes back, if Tinubu eventually gets on that seat, the people that will be largely responsible for him getting there, apart from the Yorubas, are the Northerners. So what makes you feel that Tinubu will be able to do anything?
Will not be overpowered.
The people that were likely responsible for Buhari getting into power were the Yorubas.
And if we are going to be very honest in this conversation, as much as the things happened in Yoruba land, they also had limit. They didn't treat the Yorubas the way they are treating, for example, the Igbos or some of the people in the South. So that's what I'm trying to say, that no matter what we are pushing there, Tinubu will still play the same card.
Okay.
He will still play the same card as the Fulanis want.
Let me get back to Ovie, who is fast losing patience. So,
I am.
Ovie, to you, just in that space still, Jonathan crossing over to PDP, to APC, Wike telling him it's potentially a bad move. Tinubu announcing his return. I'm sure you saw that clip. So all of that in the mix, Ovie.
Yes, but first of all, please let me make a recommendation. Okay, there's a need for us to be having a progressive conversation, right? Everybody on the platform cannot be dwelling on the problem. The problem of Nigeria is known to even a 5 years old. It's a fact. You understand? But why we keep dwelling? Some people want to provide solution, and that solution are going to be alien to most people because they are not known to them. So let's have a progressive conversation. I understand the question from the first time he asked it. He's talking about the problem. That's fine.
No. That means you don't understand. Hold on, CBD. Hold on, CBD. Hold on.
I listen to you guys.
No,
go back
you
and
did
forth.
not understand the question if you're saying that. Yeah.
Let me just don't interrupt me. What
because he was talking about solutions, not the problem.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. I'm even shocked. Ovie, you're not getting the point.
No, you didn't get the point. You didn't get what he was saying.
And understand what we are talking about, man.
I am not going to get the point if you don't allow me land my point.
You're talking about being progressive
allow
and
me
actually
finish
going back.
it. The way I start, I won't finish the way I start. Allow me finish. For God's sake. It's frustrating when you don't allow me make my point. You won't understand me.
All right. The floor is yours.
I mean, the system is bad, politics is bad, everything is bad. Yes, we know that. We want change. How do you change it? If you don't even want to recognize that these people are Nigerians, these people are not going to let it go just like that. They need it more than you think you need it. It's a process. Nigeria will continue. If you don't want to take part in the election, that's fine. But ability for us to come together and play the game. You don't have to play them the way they are playing. There's a thought force coming out right now. Those people have the same view that we have. They believe Nigeria is not working. The constitution is bad. But guess what they are doing? They are coming together and forming a political process. There is no way, I keep saying it, that you can change the way Nigeria is going if you don't involve. Getting involved doesn't mean you have to follow the ideology. I can be a PDP person. Does that mean I have to follow what the good luck is doing? No, but I need more people who think like me in PDP to effect any change at all. If you want revolution or whatever, it has to be from the real constitution, from the real process of involvement. These people are few. That's why things are keep being the same thing, because they don't have to think. You want to sit down and elect a committee. Just look at the PDP committee members they are electing. Take them months. Why? Because they are the same people who have been making decisions over the years. There's no new member. Yes, they will not allow us to come in. I don't expect them to allow us, but they will allow us to form our own idea. It doesn't have to be a political party. Changing, getting involved, meaning coming together and reason along that, because there's only one way. The only one way is for us to sit at the table with these motherfuckers. I'm sorry for my language. You cannot change the process without sitting with them. They are Nigerians just like you. They have more experience. They have more money. They have more everything. So how do you want to do it if you don't even want to come together? We don't have to agree the way forward. But the most important thing, we have to be able to sit down and say, yeah, this is it. If we don't evolve, how do you? I don't understand how you use things. All
right, thank you. You've made the point of it.
My involvement is the process, not being there and carry APC or whatever. No, involve in the process, know how the process works. That's the first step.
All right, so to the talking points then, Wike persuading Jonathan to remain, Tinubu announcing his comeback. Just mix all of that together.
All these are gimmick to just keep us deluded with the followers. I'm looking forward to a day that we have the people party, people organization that say yes, we want to convene good luck to come back. Why is it that to be that this stupid party, which is one by the way they are allowing themselves, and to me it's just a distraction. I don't see APC giving good luck the ticket. It's just a process to just get us talking and forget what they are focusing on.
No, that cannot be the answer to everything, because you say that often. It's just a process to get us talking.
Yes,
it's politics that is playing out. It's not getting
thank
people
God,
talking.
I'm happy you're using my language now.
No, I'm not using your language. I'm actually contradicting what you're saying, because you always try to say that the politics is a diversionary thing to engage the public as they carry on.
It's part of the game.
It is not a diversionary thing, is what I am saying to you.
You know why it is
not a diversionary thing, because Goodluck Jonathan has been identified as the most potential from the South that PDP has. So if they bring him in-house to APC by dangling the presidency in front of him, as soon as it crosses over, they would not give him that presidency, but they've blunted then the potency of PDP. It's the same Fanikayode move that they are making. They'll get him over and nullify him. So that is politics, not a diversionary get us talking.
That is how they want us to see
it. That is how they want us to see it. What are you talking about? Is that not how it is?
One man.
Can I interject 1 minute?
You know what I noticed? Every single word that come out of my mind is scrutinized.
Can I interject 1 minute?
Every word. Let me
all right, go on. Sorry, let Ovie land. Go on. Sorry, go on. Sorry, apologies. Carry on, Ovie.
I'm not going to explain the same understanding like every other person. We have very ways of seeing and understanding things. I am saying, I'm a student of history when it comes to how power works. One of the key reasons that destroyed PDP was the insistence that the pull-up must carry on the ticket on 2015. And my uncle insisted, I'm using my uncle here just for the sake of talk, the late Chief Tony Anene. If they didn't insist that Goodluck must carry the ticket 2015, the case would have been different. Trust me, as soon as APC make that same mistake and bring Jonathan in, not even give him the ticket, trust me, that's the end of his APC. That's how I'm saying it. That's the end. Forget PDP. I mean, good. No. That's just something to keep us busy. It's not going to happen.
All right. Thank you. Let Ajanle Koko interject. He wanted to add on to what's been said.
Yeah. Ovie just make a point that I've been making, and I still made that point yesterday, that Jonathan greed was the cause of the problem we have in Nigeria today. If Jonathan has allowed the Northerners to be the candidate for 2014 in PDP, PDP would have still won that election.
Yes.
But Jonathan greed for not allowing the Northerners broke up the party. That is why a lot of Northerners, including Saraki and Soda, bolted out of that party and went to form APC with the Tinubu and the rest of them. So that is one about Jonathan. But Mr. One Man, I disagree with you with your point saying that they have seen Jonathan as the most important candidate in the South that can deliver for them if they want to win, if they want to present Southern candidate.
Disagree with the name. So I've put Jonathan up. Yeah,
that is not true. The truth aspect of it is that they have seen Yoruba people with their agitation. They know that any candidate that they produce from Yoruba land, that's going to be pushed. Yoruba doesn't want most Yoruba now are rooting for Yoruba nation, so they cannot predict how the election is going to go in that area. In the East, they know that it's no go area. So because of the resources, the oil we have in the South, they believe if they pick the South, then they can break the unity in the Southern space, considering the fact that all the governors are coming together, all of them asking for the Southerner to be the president, the next president. So in order to pacify, to woo the politician and the people of the South, where they are making their resource, taking the resources, looting the resources. Oh, let us give them. If they give the South again, oh, they can have sense of belonging. Once the South support the entire North, and I mean, it's all over. That's the calculation. Not because Jonathan is the better than every other person. But the calculation is that let us break them up, their unity in the South, and giving it to South, because if they give it to Yoruba or Igbo land, there's not going to be much impact because of the agitation. The only place we are not seeing agitation is South. And the South will believe that, oh, it's our son again. Let us support him. It's money for us again. Money is coming around again. If we start it's our resources. If our son is there, the resources will continue to loot it the way the scandal is during Jonathan time. They are just blowing money everywhere with no development in their space. So that is the calculation.
All right. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. And thank you, Ovie. Let's go on then to Nsibidi as we try to keep it within 2 hours this session. So Nsibidi.
Well, man, I was here before Nsibidi.
All right, then. Let's go on to...
I'm joking. I'm playing.
Bia, what are you on?
I'm
Bia,
kidding.
what are you on today? I don't this independence is with you.
This is
I'm representing all the women in the world. In this
Bia is always using fine girl privileges. Yeah.
Which kind of fine girl? Me, I'm not fine.
You are playing your
I'm a village champion, you know.
All right, let's go on to Nsibidi, as we said. Thank you, Bia. So Nsibidi, just that controversial space that we were just discussing, Goodluck Jonathan being wooed by all parties. So the belle of the ball, the former president. But would he be miscalculating, as Wike is suggesting, if he crosses over to PDP, to APC? And the reasons why it's being courted, I have an opinion. Ajanle Koko has a different one, as does Ovie. But that Goodluck Jonathan space, and wrap it up with Tinubu announcing his return in CBD, the man with the superstar name.
Yeah, I would have agreed with Ajanle Koko, but there's something he didn't also consider. Like, if you're saying that they need Jonathan because they want to close up the space, that's a very a valid reason that I think, but it's not about, like, when I had one man, to be honest, I totally disagree with your point about your point about that they just want to, the way I look at it,
to nullify him.
Yeah, they just want to nullify him. No, that's not it. You can nullify him. Will you nullify the presence of the South or the South or the agitations of the South? So it's not about nullifying him. Right now, people are looking beyond which party you belong to. Someone like Akeredolu, if I'm not mistaken, is he not in APC? And who else in the Southwest? And those are places that are fighting for their own, their rights. So my point is this: it's not about that. The thing is that they need Jonathan, like Ajanle Koko is saying. They need him for them to die, to die some tensions in their, they just want to change the perception of the party somehow, so that it will look like a more, because it's looking like it's like an anti-South party, or anti-Southeast or something like that party. So they need Jonathan to be able to just have that kind of, obviously you might say he's not the most credible or, loved politician from the South. It doesn't matter at this point. But if you ask me, with everything that anyone says, I don't know about the Southwest, because definitely I'm sure they feel some type of way about Jonathan. But in the South,
no, we hate him there. It's an anti-Yoruba man now. We know that.
No, I wouldn't think this, but I think that would create a lot of argument. But I won't believe that. In the South and the Southeast, Jonathan, people will just naturally gravitate towards him, to be honest with you. And the way it looks, definitely it makes more sense if they go for Jonathan, to be honest with you, because like you said, like Ajanle Koko said, in the Southwest, there's this uncertainty. In the Southeast, they can't even consider it. So South, for the South, they'll go with a South person like Jonathan.
If he crosses over to APC, how do you see that playing out for him vis-a-vis the Tinubu factor?
If he crosses over to APC, and the North and endorses him, I think he will just win the whole. In fact, it will just there won't be much of a contest, to be honest with you.
Against Tinubu, there won't be much of.
Wait, let me tell you why I said so.
CBD, that's not true.
Tinubu is the problem right now.
There will be blood. There will be blood on the carpet. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about, I said this before I made that statement. I said if he crosses over and the North supports him, that's what I said. Because definitely, even if Tinubu wins the entire southwest state, that alone will not give him the presidency.
In CBD, at this point, he's still going to find it very difficult. Why? Because of the person you are talking about. Tinubu is not a featherweight in the north, right? It's not a featherweight in the north. You understand? And again, good luck also has track record already.
You believe that the northern people will, but I'm not trying to stereotype them or say anything negative about the North, but you definitely know how it is over there. No matter what people, they always go with, no matter the kind of disagreement they have.
It depends on this case. Tinubu is not just an heavyweight politically in the North, it's also a Muslim. It's not going to be an easy ride for good luck in that regard. That's what I'm saying.
And as soon as it crosses over to APC, they would the moment it crosses over to APC, the machineries of the Tinubu elements, they'll just go in. They'll just move to destroy him immediately.
It's not going to be easy.
It will be destroyed completely.
Obviously, as it stands right now, Jonathan cannot defeat Tinubu in the North. That's the truth. That's what I'm telling you. Like, if he crosses over to APC, I don't know why sometimes we want to argue with simple common sense things sometimes. If he crosses over to APC, and we look and all those people that we are calling Tinubu's machinery, if they all definitely, they move with their self-interest. So once they know they formed an alliance with Jonathan, the same way, okay, why is Tinubu so strong in the North? If we believe he's so strong, is it not because they feel like they formed an alliance? So if that alliance shifts to Jonathan, is it the?
Do you know how deep? Do you know how deep Tinubu is in APC?
The alliance cannot change like that.
Do you know how deep?
Alliance doesn't change like that.
I'm telling you, if all those political politicians in the North that matter support Jonathan, it doesn't matter what. According to the way,
even if Buhari raises his hand up like this, it will.
What you are saying,
common man on the street votes. To be honest,
no, you are looking at it one way in CBD. It's a two-way street. It's the person you are putting in contention with good luck. If it's just ordinary person, that's fine. But Tinubu you are talking about here, that guy political machinery is top notch. The party will just divide. That's just one thing. That's
somebody that's been campaigning for presidency since 1999, and then you bring Goodluck Jonathan and sit him on top of it.
That's what will happen.
We have lived so much outside. If you're talking about the North, the same North, only.
Tinubu is more of the North as it is now. Tinubu is more of a northerner as it is today now politically. It's more of a northerner than any other than Goodluck you're talking about.
Whatever you're saying, I've always been agreeing with some of the things you say, but to be honest, this time I don't know. Personally, I don't agree with
you. If you call any other person, I will agree that Jonathan
it's a difference of opinion.
In the North. But Tinubu in the North, not Jonathan. It's not going to be a walk in the park.
All right, thank you. And in CBD, just briefly on Tinubu essentially announcing his return.
He should announce his return. But to be honest, I don't know the game.
And how does that change the landscape?
I don't. If you are to be honest, there's no change because he didn't declare. Everything has just been perception and speculation. He has not declared, so there's nothing really has changed because the only thing is that
they're just putting Tinubu on his toes. That's why.
Sorry.
They need Tinubu is, definitely I feel like there's still some kind of confirmation that he's waiting for. That's just my own opinion.
All right.
And I feel like there's some confirmation. I feel like the party, they're still working on either going for Tinubu or going for someone from the definitely South because or middle belt. Is it a South or middle belt? That's what I feel. Yeah,
Yes.
because I don't feel like they will go for the Southeast, obviously, and the Southwest. They're not sure if so they are not sure of the Southwest, to be honest with you. So I feel like that's just the reason.
Yeah,
that's just the reason why they are just putting Tinubu in that limbo. Like he doesn't know if he's going to contest.
But with all the actually go on now over here. Yeah,
I think Tinubu is a lone power breaker at Nigeria exists today. That's why the power that be are kind of textbook of giving him the power. He doesn't have to consult anybody. It's his own consult. He has worked his way to that level. And again, bringing Jonathan to the space is just to shy away from the Eastern Quarter, as one man will always put it. You can imagine they are looking for an alternative against Tinubu because of the power that he possesses. They are not even talking about anybody from the Eastern Quarter. They are talking about good luck. So now they are shooting too short with Jonathan's name, trying to make everybody stay away from the Southeast.
The Southeast is not in play in 2023.
It's not in their agenda at all.
No, it's not at all.
So they are just trying to make Tinubu actually work for his money. It's the power that actually be that are scared of Tinubu, and Tinubu has able to insert himself at that level. So it's like a thorn in their flesh. Do we give him that because he deserves it? But if we give it, can we control him? So that's where we are. That's where we are.
All right, thank you, V. Well, round off your thoughts. In CBD, they're not going to be in CBD.
Yeah. So my question is this to anyone who wants to answer. When you're talking about Tinubu being the power and all this power, nobody's doubting that Tinubu. Have you ever seen me argue about Tinubu's influence in the Southwest, or even in as far as even the
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that is why he's having this dilemma. It's just because of the power he has able to acquire over the years. That's why he's having this dilemma. Not that
now, let me ask you, in that APC, which between Tinubu and those powers that be, because we don't want to.
Let me answer your question. Tinubu is the most powerful person in APC by a distance.
Yes.
So that's the answer to the question. I think. In terms of everything, even in the north,
Tinubu is one of the, as it is now, is one of the power brokers in Nigeria. You have to consult him first.
Let's talk about the control of the party. Do you think if Tinubu has that power that we are talking about, that much power, that right now he'll still be, because you just agree with me that he's in a limbo, he's waiting for a confirmation. So if he's that powerful, who will he be waiting for confirmation?
No, it is politics. Hold on, okay. It is politics. You have to understand. The price that is being played for is not an easy price. It's the most powerful position in the world in terms of just the power that he wields. So it is not an easy price. And as influential as Tinubu is, he's going to have to sweat for it, and is having to sweat for it. But Tinubu is institutionalized within that APC. Run through. Even from the president, even the president is somewhat of a Tinubu boy. Babachir Lawal is a Tinubu boy. Arebeshola a Tinubu boy. Fashola a Tinubu boy. Oshibajo a Tinubu boy. Oshiomole a Tinubu boy.
Across
who is not a Tinubu boy? Ganduje a Tinubu boy.
He has worked.
Ngige a Tinubu boy.
The man has worked.
Everybody, a Tinubu boy. It's a Tinubu.
You know what he wants.
There will be blood on the carpet. If Jonathan tries it, there will be blood on the carpet.
One man now today we see blood. There's no blood.
That's a metaphorical. Because hold on.
I understand your metaphor and your simile or whatever.
Bia doesn't understand metaphor. It's not a literal blood. It's just a metaphor.
No, teach me English again.
Darling.
Use me shine.
Are you in bed? You've not had your morning coffee. You've not had your morning coffee.
Tell me which brand of weed you smoke. Bia,
you are writing literature in your platform. I love this platform, man.
Which kind of weed you smoke today, Bia? Which kind of weed you smoke today?
No.
The one you smoke remain, Obi. I'm following your footsteps.
I can tell. I can tell.
All right. In CBD. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
You see all these things we are saying about Tinubu, I'm not arguing on, but I'm telling you that when they declare, which I don't know when are they even declaring this their presidential
after their conventions, which will be
APC are looking at December for convention. They are looking at December, but I doubt if it's going. But everything is going to be next year.
All right.
All this opinion we have about Tinubu and all these assumptions. Let's wait till they declare that. Then we can be able to. Then we'll be able to know for sure. If he has all this power that we. Obviously, I'm not dragging that he has influence. Even as far as Ngige, I don't even argue. Even like if you see what is going on in Cross River, the way they are all, their governor. I think their governor is even an APC member. Although that's true, he has influence. But I'm talking about having the national, the power or the power of the presidency. That is something that Akim Baba Ahmed,
CBD, just say it, the Fulanis.
We are not saying it's not
Don't
going
be afraid.
Lose, but it's not going to be that easy for you to defeat him as it is.
Now, wait. That is something you people are mixing up the whole thing. You think it's just the same APC having the kind of politics Tinubu is playing is what the North is relying on. They are not relying. You think they will just be vulnerable to Tinubu like that?
So no, they are not being vulnerable to it. Sorry, hold on,
Akim Baba Ahmed said.
Forget Akim Baba Ahmed. Akim Baba Ahmed was Saraki's bag boy not that long ago. He was carrying Saraki's briefcase 10 paces behind him. That was just a couple
for employment purposes.
He was a PA. So how is it now this voice of
in the grand scheme of things
shift
of control of how the country works? Akim Baba Ahmed knows that even Saraki himself
Akim Baba Ahmed is a Mauritanian. Forget all these people.
Okay, so you're saying we should discount that control factor from their side, right? We all see the whole thing as
factor? Look, let me just take you to where I was intending to go. You see, all this pilgrimage that we're seeing to London, they are not to check on Tinubu's health. They are to negotiate his presidency. So you're seeing people going. I just posted. I'll post the link again in the comment section. A retinue of all of the big names of northern politics in play, right? That are incumbent.
I believe that too. Okay.
Yes, they are just there now. They're just there now having dinner and lunch with Tinubu, not because they can't afford a meal in Abuja, but to tell him that when you come in, this and this are what we want. These are this. What will we get? So they're negotiating Tinubu's presidency as we speak. The Northerners are there negotiating their position. The Yorubas are there holding him true. The Igbos are still in the east, burning down.
One man, don't condescend now. Don't
they are
disrespect.
still in the east,
burning
down police stations.
That's what is happening.
Yeah, but Tinubu can get to the position. How long will he live? Now you want to talk about the southeast.
Don't worry, it will live long enough.
How do you know that?
Well, Buhari lived long enough.
Which Buhari? Buhari is more healthy than Tinubu.
All right.
With all these pro-Tinubu arguments we are raising here.
It's not pro-Tinubu, it's pro-reality.
No, it's just the topic of the day.
All right,
please, let me
remember once upon a time, when they were accusing us of being Kano.
Look at them, they started ganging up again. This is the only platform I know that people go behind closed door, drink beer, smoke banana, and then come to the front and then form alliance.
If you want to be invited, we can invite you to come and drink. Do you want to be invited?
Come on. You're too intelligent for what the kind of games you're playing here.
All right. Let him
be the poor masses in Nigeria.
Let him say be the land.
You're here to speak grammar. One man be saying
Now we be the poor masses there. Now we be the poor masses.
Let him say be the land so I can come to you.
So we can clearly agree that with all these viewpoints that we have, we can clearly say that Tinubu and we should not just be looking at the so-called Fulani, whatever, for being responsible for what is happening. So we say now Tinubu is part of it, right? So at least we should not just agree. We should not just take the power. Tinubu is powerful. Let also take the blame. We should be able to share the blame, not when they bring blame. You say, no, Yorubas, we have been so innocent. So if we're having this, then we should also accept the other one too, one man, isn't it? We should also accept.
All right,
we should also accept that Tinubu is at least is sharing 70% of the problem we have in Nigeria as it is right now.
Yeah,
and he's the one that brought Buhari.
I think a good 90%. But thank you, Nsebide. Let me just go on to.
Why should we support a problem? Why should we support? That's my point.
No,
he's
a politician.
Is the lesser of so many evils, isn't he? Or the more realistic of so many evils? But let me come on to you, Bia. Let me come on to you, Bia, because you are. So now let's now hear it from you. Just Bia, the conversation that is being had. Your thoughts, Bia. The troublemaker of the platform.
I'm not a troublemaker, but I have a voice that you disagree with. That then you label me a troublemaker. Come on, man.
Yeah, toast me. It's your time to go. Toast me.
Okay, for my stand is that all these people traveling to London are going to pay Tinubu homage to negotiate positions or discuss about what they would want. It's like someone paying homage to their Baba, saying, Baba, when you get to position, remember thou me. Even though I was naughty. Even though I was naughty, remember I paid my flight ticket to come and pay homage. Some people did not come, but remember thou me in your kingdom. You know how the politicians in Nigeria behave. When someone is going to be a president, you can almost like sense it, the way the narrative will change, the wind will blow, and they will be following that trend. You just see things happening. So them visiting, even Buhari coming to see Tinubu is not just because he's visiting Tinubu for Tinubu's health. It's for his own personal interest of negotiation. When the power comes to Tinubu, they are trying to weigh him out, test him to see if what they had agreed before is still there. If not, if something is changed, they can trust him that he's not going to punish them when he gets to power or betray them. So they at least recognize him for some power, whether they like him or not. That is politics by OVA.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
I'm not finished now.
You guys have been speaking for. Thank you for that credit, Bia.
Yeah. So let be a round of here.
Go on. That is the truth. And for Jonathan, if he goes over to APC, he has not only disgraced himself, he has lowered his political personality and zeroed himself. His respect will be, the respect he already has with some people will be in turmoil. He would become super greedy, not just greedy that he did what he did during the time he was supposed to give way, that the party divided. Now, he runs, he's like an errand boy. When they whistle, they not just whistle, he will just jump and then do whatever they like. Even though he built the whole world for them, they still don't respect him. It's not that, I don't think they want him because of the oil in the south. Because after all, the Fulanese or the power that is controlling Nigeria can actually go in there and take all the oil without even giving them any VAT. They can do whatever they like. They can change all the rules like Buhari has done and put all the Fulanese in positions just to benefit him, to say, okay, when I want something, when you go to the court, you're not going to win me. Everywhere you turn with soldiers, I'm there. So it is, power greed in Nigeria that we are seeing. My main point, my stand is that although I respect all your points and views, everyone's point is legit and valid. But how long are we going to continue like this? I know that maybe I won't say good, because you don't know how someone will become when they get in position. But the people that, some of those few people that the masses would want to go and represent them will never get there. And the power that had rumbled Nigeria to wait, let me finish. That had rumbled Nigeria to you guys had time. No, but you guys have been talking now. It's not at least the only female voice in your platform. Give us some respect, man.
I told you, you have overused your fine girl privileges. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so these people that for ages, if you check their ages now, most of them are over 70, 80. They are the ones still holding the power in Nigeria, regardless how they turn it, whoever they put there. But Tinubu is strong, but he's going to be the Fulani's errand boy, whether he likes it or not. They go there to visit him. They pay their ticket to say, okay, we respect you. But when it comes to power, they say the numbers are in the north and they control Nigeria. When he goes there, there's going to be power tussle. He can't just do it's just to get him there to agree to certain things. Otherwise, they may not give it to him regardless who he is. But if he gets there and he doesn't dance their dance, it's going to be hard for him. After all the presidents that have ruled in Nigeria have actually been dancing to the tones of the Fulanese, I would say specifically Fulanese, to be honest.
All right.
Or the North.
Thank you.
So Nigeria is a sham. Nigeria cannot proceed. We need a revolution. We need to change the constitution. For once, I've always said Biafra, but if the constitution of Nigeria can be changed to better the lives of the poor masses on the street, those are the people I'm concerned about, not the people that have looted all their lives, that their generations will never be poor. Okay? We don't want the generations of the looters to come and continue to rule us and loot us dry. We want new people. So by going to vote these people and give them power again.
All right, thank you,
yeah,
Bia. So I wanted to keep it under 2 hours, but we spilled over slightly. So a literal 1 minute, and please, I must enforce that. We go clockwise to land on Bia. So just that literal 1 minute, Ophir, just to you.
Me getting involved doesn't necessarily mean go and pick up a form and contest, go and register and vote and all that. No, getting involved is you telling your neighbor what is going on, what is the truth, the fact, how it's done, educate the next person. So the if 60% of Nigeria is aware of how these people move, trust me, they will be forced to change their ways. It's because it's easy for them. That's why they continue. So on that, I stop.
All right, thank you. Ovia, the superstar of the platform. Thank you. Ajanle Koko, to you. Okay, I don't think I think Ajanle Koko may have stepped away from
Hello?
This. Oh, yeah. Yes, just a literal 1 minute to round off. Yeah.
I want to thank everybody on the platform this morning. This morning section is quite interactive. Jonathan need to remain where he is. There's nothing that he is looking for that he has not gotten before. The position of president is not a position for life. He did the best he could when he was the president under the platform of PDP. So if he is thinking of moving to APC for that same position, well, he might be making a wrong move that will destroy his image for life. So Wike have done good by coming to the public to appeal to him not to move to nowhere. If you remain in PDP, they can still rebuild the party together with others leaders in that PDP, and they can still come back to power in the future. So he, as an elderly person, need to know that you cannot buy the finger that fed you. PDP fed him. PDP made him what he is today. He should not do anything to destroy PDP. That's my PDP is like his family house. So he should not destroy, he should not pull down the house. But I hope his wife, being the person that remained behind closed door with him every day,
all right.
will talk senses into his head. So, other than that, I would like to advise everybody watching us any part of the world to please subscribe with the platform. This platform is growing faster, stronger every day, and we need your support. And click the subscribe button so that anytime one man went to Mo is going on live, you can get notified and join the team. Thank you, one man. Thank everybody.
All right. Thank you, Ajan Lekoko. Hopefully see you later.
Thank you, Ajan Lekoko.
Ajan Lekoko, ladies and gentlemen. The voice, the balanced voice. I was going to say the voice of reason, but some of your opinions these days, Ajan Lekoko, we have to discuss it when next I see you. So in CBD, you next, just start literal 1 minute as well.
Yeah. Revolution, not necessarily whether you like Shore or not, doesn't mean all those, but we need a mass character revolution. We need to start, changing how we, and the fact that we are discussing politics and talking to we are setting ourselves back, to be honest, because our cries and our voices are going far. It's making progress, So we need to make these people understand that the entire system that they have is not, obviously, they already know, but we need to let them know that we are no longer supporting that system that does not help us. Look at all the cries we are crying about Nigeria. It's just the same politics. Now we are talking about 2023 politics, another decade of pain and misery of what, So we need to start looking towards a solution for the country, not to just play the politics. That's why I'm not interested in who knows how to play politics the most, as like what we are saying, because that's why we are where we are right now. So why should we keep on playing that same politics? Why don't we just push for changing the system? And that's one thing we need to talk more on, and most of our people are getting it. That's where you can find everybody, most people in the country, even in the professional, what are they called, the media professionals and all that. There are people that are speaking like we are speaking, and they're in main offices. So we should not derail ourselves by trying to talk about how Tinubu has influence in Kano and all that, because those are the things those things are not helping us. So we need to look at the solution. We need a mass change of character. Revolution, not necessarily violent revolution, probably a revolution without violence, but it has to be like something we change in our character, the way we approach these things,
All right, thank you, Nsibidi. Always good to hear from you, Nsibidi. So, you now, Bia, just still with that literal 1 minute thing, just take it on for us. Bia Odua.
Thank you, woman. Nigeria, for a long time, is already a failed state. Reasons being how the politicians have actually looted the treasury, and Nigeria is, hanging by the thread, lots of debt to pay, and no profit for the country to help positively impact the lives of women, men, and children, including the unborn ones in Nigeria. There is no hope for the poor masses in Nigeria. The gap between the poor and the rich is getting wider. The discrepancy is getting wider. The poor are getting poorer and crying daily, and the rich are getting richer. The powerful are very famous and are bent in abusing their powers. The political thugs, the political politicians we have in Nigeria are, with their old agenda, has been a very selfish one, that they are there for just themselves. The people, when they are ready to go to the vote, they give them bags of rice, pure water, to the people, and the people will run and vote. Forget, just forgive. The Nigerian crowd is so forgiving, but forgiveness, we keep forgiving people who are actually using us to get to power and then feeding us with poison. We need to change our mindset to understand that not until we begin to, create movements that would totally overhaul everything, not by picking up guns or killings or in a rash way, but we can speak out. We can join the Ninas, do something. Don't go and vote. That's me. I won't vote to the same people who are 80 or 90 years now, telling me that the country will still continue to be run the same way. There is, when you have a business and you're not upgrading and updating your ideas to fit the, the sustainability of the world, the way the world is moving now with the environment, we are blessed with natural resources, but we're just abusing them. Look at the sunlight we have. We can use it as solar power to create powerful cars that can be charged, via the solar system. Those ideas, not just oil. We are blessed with the brain. But let's change Nigeria. Referendum, let people decide where they want to be. First of all, give power back to the people. It's not about Tinubu. I don't believe Tinubu's presidency is going to bring us a good, whether be it north or south, or even Jonathan or anyone else from those caucus right now. Because whether you and I vote or not, they are still going to rig the election. So let the people do something, join the Ninas, and let's continue to, create something that we should be proud of.
All right. Thank you, Bia. Always a delight to hear from you, Bia. The program always has a certain free song whenever Bia turns up. So long may you turn up whenever you have the time to spare us. So I'll leave it there. Carry the conversation on within the comment section. But here, I say peace.